Welcome to Zooming to Webinar Success. If you're needing to plan a virtual meeting and are stuck, this series is for you. Full-time voice artist Grant Holmes is also a busy virtual meeting manager and on-screen host. Learn tips and tricks to having successful virtual meetings from step one. And now, here's your host, Grant Holmes, the Webinar Guy.
Hi, this is episode of Zooming to Webinar Success with Grant Holmes, your host, also known as the Webinar Guy at thewebinarguy.com and, of course, voice actor at grantsvoice.com. I want to go to episode 11 here, staying with marketing and promotion and looking more at sales funnels. In episode 10, I had the honor to interview my good friend Deborah Gardner. Now, Deborah is an incredibly accomplished professional, and I hope you go back and watch that interview. It is worth a watch, in my unbiased opinion. I also introduced in that episode the Webinar Guy website, which is, as of this recording, 72.3% or so complete. Yes, I measured it. It might be 0.4. Take a look. And for a while, I'll be posting these videos both here on Grant's Voice and on the webinarguy.com just to help establish the brand. If you or your company or someone you know is planning a webinar or event, I'd really appreciate the referral as I grow this business. Thanks for your support. Now, back to the thing. Before all that, in episode 9, we started talking about sales funnels. And to recap, after a period of time, after you're sitting on a website reading, or when you take your mouse up to leave, an offer pops up. And it's one last attempt at a relationship. In today's episode, I'm going to work with more on the sales funnel concept. For most of my on-the-web career, and having built more than 100 websites over the years, they've always been passive, both for clients and myself. And for the way I do business, they always have been passive. Why? I didn't want to offend anybody that visits my website with an in-your-face offer. Then several things happened. I realized I want to build a large business. I realized that if someone was on my website or a given page and they were there for more than 10 or 15 seconds, they were probably interested in my offering. Websites across the world say that you get less than that for a visitor to decide whether to stay or bolt. Then the question hit me. If they appear that interested, why not ask to start a relationship? And then, related to that, was I really going to offend someone that mattered to my business? It seems our entire world is now full of offended people. I may even have just offended someone by saying that. But I realized that having a pleasant website with a nice picture and a polite presentation wasn't getting me the sales that I want to have. Did people buy? Well, yeah, not at the level I wanted them to, and I'm betting they were already intending to buy due to the nature of my previous contact with them. To build a larger business, I needed to reach outside of my comfort zone. I needed to start asking for the sale. I've been in sales all my life. I know this. I want visitors to know that I'm ready to do business with them and not in a passive way. But here's where a sales funnel can work for us. While a funnel pop-up can be used to sell, when done right, you're inviting a visitor to start a relationship with you. You offer your new friends something of value to download, and by submitting a form, they're agreeing to continue the conversation. Let's connect again. Back to what I said earlier, was I really going to offend someone that mattered to my business? I don't think so. I want you to know that your relationship with my company matters. Your relationship with me matters, and that I want to do business with you. And if that offends you, you may not be my customer. And I'm willing to take that chance because you're important and I want to connect. Sales funnels. Think more about it. More next week. I'd love to hear your questions and comments, so please add them below. Next week, we'll go into more of this. This series is for smaller organizations and solopreneurs that may or may not be tech savvy, don't know all the steps, or don't want to know all the steps, quite frankly. Over this series, I'm going to lead you through the significant decisions and capabilities you'll need to Zoom to webinar success. And as always, if you need help now, don't hesitate to reach out at Webinar Pro, it's right down at the bottom, you can read it yourself, Webinar Pro at thewebinarguy.com. Thanks for watching. See you next episode.